Hey everybody, it's me. Oh, I got a little bit of hair right there. Got it. All right. Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton. It is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side. And one of the daytime TV shows that we're doing is The Bold and the Beautiful. But before we get into The Bold and the Beautiful, I'm sure you're probably thinking, God, where has he been? It's been days since he's done an update, right? What's going on? This week has been an extremely busy week. I've been in 3 different cities in 3 different states, and it is actually 4 different cities in 3 different states in the same week, in the same calendar week. That's a lot. That is a lot. So I didn't have time to do fucking anything. Like I would literally work all day, and then I would get back to the hotel room, and I would just pass out. So I'm going to be catching up today and tomorrow. So here's the thing. So let's talk about The Bold and Beautiful. All right. So with The Bold and Beautiful, one thing that was really cool about this past week was that we saw a scene between not Steffi, I can't stand her. Who is it? Hope. Between Hope and Sally. And in a way, it was good, and in a way it was bad. Like, in a way it was good because, we got to see Hope, like, actually, act, because it's a new Hope, obviously. And she was fine. She did great. And then it gives Sally something to do, so that's good, too. But I really hope that they're not going to fight over Liam. Because I think it's pretty much been accepted that at this point, like, he's moved on from Steffi. Like, whether or not that's his child, he can raise it, but he's not going to be with her anymore. Like, there's no way. So, I definitely do. And they had a scene. So at the end of last week, right before everything happened, they had a scene where was it Christmas? Was it at the end of Christmas? I think it might have been at the end of Christmas, where he showed up at the end of this big dream sequence, and he had his real life son playing his little boy, and that's when he shows Steffi the paternity test that he found, and he's like, and that was the beginning of the end, right? So they're done. They're full, and this is another thing that's kind of weird about the show. So now they're kind of revisiting this whole Carter and Maya fiasco, and they're like, oh, Carter's like, I miss us. What? Okay. Here's what's kind of strange about that whole situation is that we haven't heard a peep from Carter in months, and then all of a sudden this is one of those situations where I feel like, because they are a half an hour show, like I said, a lot of the mistakes that are made are amplified because it's only 30 minutes. And I feel like if this was an hour-long show, they should have... I mean, I get that it's a half an hour show, and what can you do in 30 minutes? But, it would be nice to have seen some scenes that led up to this, so that it wouldn't be as out of left field. Like, especially because when it came out that she was trans, which, let's be real, that was a full-on rewrite. Don't get me wrong, I love the story, but when Maya first came on the show, she was screaming at Daisy about her baby. Okay? So, and now they've rewritten that as it was her boyfriend's child. Okay, what? No. Sorry. No. But I will say that does leave who is the mother of that child then. Right? So that's an empty plot point that's been dangling that they can pick up and they can handle later. Bold and the Beautiful is not too good at that, though, as much as Young and the Restless is. Young and the Restless is really super good at that. Like, even the slightest little bit of story that doesn't make any sense, give it 20 years, they'll make it make sense, and they do with almost everyone. It's pretty fucking great for Young and the Restless, I've got to say. But okay, so back to Bold and Beautiful. Sorry. So I don't understand when he found out she was trans. He was like, a little bit, pressed that, that she was trans and didn't tell him. It's like, and now he wants her. Whatever. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, don't get me wrong. It just, to me, it feels like we've seen this before, right? And we've never seen Carter be an ass before. Like, and Carter was kind of a dick when he was coming on to Maya this past week, and he was like, when is a marriage license, stopped a forester? Well, he's not a forester, first of all. His brother Marcus is a forester, but he's not a forester. So, I don't know. It just seems kind of strange. Although Thorne and Rick are teaming up, and that is good. That is very good on the Rick and Maya front. That the other half is doing actually a lot better. I'm enjoying Rick and Thorne's scenes together because they have a lot in common, i.e. their hatred of Ridge. So that makes perfect sense. I'm okay with that. That is great. So back to the whole Hope and Sally scene. The reason why the Hope and Sally scene only potentially makes me upset is that I hope that they end up teaming up to find out, what happened between Liam and Steffi. I'm trying to think, though, who would you want to see Saul with? Because, personally, I thought that Saul would have been a great match for Caroline back when Sally was dating Thomas, because Saul and Caroline could have teamed up to get their exes back with them, or their crushes, and then they could end up falling in love together, and it would be really cute about the boy from the wrong side of the tracks and the rich girl. I mean, that would have been really super cute, right? But that didn't happen. That was not meant to be. So who else would you want to see Saul with? I would kind of want. I don't know. Like Ivy. That's not a bad idea, actually. First of all, it would give Ivy something to do, because I love Ivy, and although maybe we could see her join forces with Hope and Sally, too, to figure out what happened between Liam and Steffi, to get to the bottom of it. It would give her something to do. So that would be fine as well, And, Liam was married to her. So, I don't know. It just seems kind of, this whole Liam situation, this is what happens when you write a show around a plot point as opposed to writing them around characters. You get situations like this one with Steffi sleeping with her. And I know people will say, well, yeah, but she dated Bill a long time ago, and, there's still an attraction there, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's true. However, it's not like before the whole drama with Spectra that they even acknowledged that past, right? Steffi and Bill have had many scenes together since then, and never once has that been mentioned until recently. So this is, again, it all goes back to this show needs to do a much better job of laying the groundwork. And again, I understand it. A lot of shows that are an hour long, they have time to do that. But here's the thing. If I could make one request of Bold and Beautiful, it would be, I would much rather see scenes like I'm not like some people think the show's too comedic. I don't think it's too comedic. I don't. But here's the thing, though. But having said that, I would much rather have a scene where Carter is, warming up to Maya, so that we know what's coming, as opposed to like not that we know, like, oh my god, but so that it's not like out of left field, like what? Right? I would rather see those scenes than idiotic scenes with Liam and Bill, right? Where Liam is giving Bill an award that says World's Best Dad. I mean, that was the stupidest. He had literally just tried to blow him up in a building, and then he gets a World's Best Dad. I mean, what? I can't. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Bold and Beautiful to talk about the Bold and the Beautiful. And you can also hashtag Pump Rules. To talk Vanderpump Rules. I'm doing that next. And have a wonderful day, everyone. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.